Hey man, welcome to the Live Vibes, man. We are here with the new day, the new scenery. You got to see it on Sunday. It's Monday, so Monday. LiveVibezPodcast.
I made this burger at work on live earlier and never got a chance to eat the motherfucker.
Oh shit. What you put on it? You put on like 8 things on it like you do your cereal bowls and shit?
Man, you already know, bro. I got onion rings, turkey burger, an egg, mushrooms, and we know that.
We know. Facebook
I'm
know.
waiting on him to hit the
egg. Yeah, no, I was into your burger. They showing up.
And I made this sweet and spicy sauce.
So, okay, that sound like a winner right there.
And I forgot. And I put chicken tenders on the motherfucker too.
Oh shit! This nigga put a whole nother meal on that
chicken tenders on
a burger, yeah, man.
Oh shit! All right,
well, his calorie count today.
This the first thing I ate all day.
Yeah, see, I told you, he catching up on his calories.
Hell yeah. All right, man. I'm gonna start it off with hey, welcome to the Live Vibes Podcast, everybody. Monday and Friday at 9 p.m. We try to give y'all the vibes. It is Monday, the 25th. First and foremost, happy Memorial Day. Shout out to all the vets and everybody. And you know, it's a lot going on, man. But we gonna get into it. Before I get started, I'm gonna have James start us up.
Man, y'all already know what it is. It's James, aka Hater Herder, aka Mr. Flatliner. What's up with it?
Y'all already know it's D'Angelo, aka Rated. We have a special guest.
Ain't no goddamn special guest. She been on this motherfucker 800 times.
Don't do that. Nah, she on here.
Be like that.
Come on.
It's Miss Amazin, aka Sanithia, aka Sanithia Day, aka Pinky.
Hey, give more.
Wait, where the fuck a Pinky come from?
Yeah.
That's for my family that get up here.
You gotta have a bloodline to get that one.
She pimping motherfuckers in her family.
We have.
It's the motherfucking what? And you know this.
All right, man. Y'all already know how we do, man. We gotta check the vibes, make sure everybody's mental space is where it needs to be, making sure everybody in the family is good. How are y'all doing? How was y'all week?
Man, mine pretty good, man. I'm just trying to eat this motherfucking burger I made earlier. But since Friday, man, it's been cool, man. I had a weekend, man. Busy weekend, but you know, it was all good. I washed my car for the first time since I bought it.
Okay.
And god damn, it looked like I got a whole new pig.
A whole new whip.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
But yeah, man, other than that, it's been cool for me.
That's good. My weekend was cool. Just a lot of good quality time. Family, kids, all that good stuff. Watching, you know, a lot of different little stuff on Netflix, playing games with the kids. That's all it was. It was a lot of family time, which I always love to do. Yeah, so that was it. That was my weekend, and now it's back to the money.
Same here. I had a lot of family time. I had a lot of prepping for my my brand. We'll talk about that another day. But
okay.
I've been busy. It took me a couple of days to do my hair, but
all right. Looking nice.
Took me forever, man. I'm never doing this again. Ever.
Oh man.
Only on other people, not myself. They come all the way past my waist. Took too long. Can't.
Oh no.
Oh, you got the whole long.
The hair is too long.
Hair
She got the joke on Friday when she pull up. She got theme music. The theme music. Big booty hoes, work with it.
She's sitting on that shit right now.
You got like bumping it all the way up so you don't accidentally shit on your hair. Like, really?
Yeah, man.
You can play double dutch with your hair ass.
Yeah.
Your mama know I love her. That's me calling and playing on her phone.
Oh, wait. No. This ain't. This is Pinky right here. Hey, Pinky.
Oh, man.
This is the Pinky with the long ass hair. Hey, Pinky.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
y'all. Swinging that long shit. All right.
Yeah, man.
What about you, King? How was your weekend, man?
I spent a lot of quality time with, of course, little man. I just had him, and he left today, which I'm still kind of sad he left.
Oh.
But yeah,
Oh.
but I gotta go back being an essential fucking employee. So
Don't worry
it was
about it, man.
cool.
Back
Spent
to the
time
money,
with him,
man.
playing video games and shit.
Yeah. I'm rolling with that, man. Coronavirus update.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's the reason we here, man. It's still out here. You know, it's the reason we on this shit in 4 different locations. You know what I mean? So, one thing I did see that was I kind of want to say it was a little pleasant. It wasn't a pleasant video at all, but it was pleasant for me to watch. So apparently this happened in New York. There was these shoppers inside this store, and everybody in the store had on masks, and this one lady didn't have no mask on, and they kicked her the fuck out. And when I say they kicked her the fuck out, the people that was there shopping kicked her the fuck out. Not the store, not the employees. The people kicked her the fuck out. They was like, look, you need to be wearing a mask in here like the rest of us. If you ain't got no mask, you get the fuck out. They was cussing her ass out. Her ass definitely pushed her car and strode her ass out that store. That shit was...
It ain't come to blows?
Nah, it ain't come to blows. It was close. They was in her face like they was going to knock her head off. But she just took her little car and rolled off. She was talking back, but she ain't want that smoke. She knew she was wrong as hell when she left. But I feel like the part about it that made me feel good is that I like seeing that even if people feel like this is a serious thing or not, if they believe in it or not, there's still people out here who are taking it serious. And I just like anything that people are behind that just pushes hygiene, because people are trifling. People
but
dirty.
it was a lot.
Nah, see, we didn't see the build up. We didn't see the build up. We just saw what happened. So maybe the build up could have resulted into what that was.
Way too many people. That was way too many people.
That way it probably prevented her from showing up. Because guess what would have happened if it was only one person?
No, she still showed out. She still showed out.
Yeah, what I'm saying is she showed out, but she didn't show up. She just was like, okay, I'm going to say what I want. But if it was only one person saying something to her, it would have been a fight.
But I think that's probably how it started. She probably was mouthing off with one person, like, I don't know, man, fuck you, who are you? And then everybody else who had masks jumped in and was like, no, fuck you, man. Like, and that's how I think it escalated.
Yeah, so, you know how it is. Fuck you, man, you don't need a mask.
Yeah, so
right.
Bitch, I gotta wear a mask. Your motherfuckers wear a mask.
Yeah, it just showed everybody, cussing her ass out. But I'm pretty sure it led up to one person saying something to her about it, and it kind of escalated. But overall, I just like seeing people passionate about something that is to help people and to help people be more safe and all that good stuff. So I'm rolling with that. I don't like the energy of it, but I'm rolling. I'm still rolling with that. I saw that, and this whole Memorial Day weekend thing, man, I feel like when I was saying it was certain places and certain locations that was doing certain shit, now it's everybody, because Memorial Day was today, Memorial Day weekend was this weekend, and man, cookouts, everybody at the pools, beaches, like, niggas don't give a... It's over now.
Ain't nobody send us a Rona-free plate?
Dog, I'm telling you, it's out here.
I got my test.
Neighbor,
I am free of it. Y'all could have gave me a plate, nigga.
Dog, my neighbor was throwing a cookout in her small front yard she got. And I'm just no. Y'all crazy.
My neighbor's having something, and I was sitting there like, look, do what y'all do. But he's been doing something like every other week. So I'm like, hey.
Yeah, they out here. They don't care. Like, so it's definitely big gatherings. I'm talking about gatherings with more than 100 people there.
I'd be a little bit jealous because it be smelling good over there. I'd be jealous. So they're like,
which one?
The joint that happened, I actually am friends with one of the girls on Facebook that shot the video.
What happened?
And I mean, it was, when I say lit, I mean lit, nigga. You
talking about that 200 people block party?
Yes, indeed. Charlie, you'd have thought back y'all was out there giving a free concert. It was packed like, twerking, asses shaking. I mean, it was the worst.
Yo, and
wait. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And the police was coming through the joint, coming through the street, and everybody was like in the street with it, like, man, fuck the police and all that, like. And then when you see the headline, they say, oh, they had a weekend, a Memorial Day weekend, and it's like, come on, y'all, it was one day. Now y'all want to turn this one day and then post it on the news and everything as like it was going on the whole weekend, and it's like, come on, y'all, stop.
But yeah, I think I saw what you were talking about that one day. I saw a bunch of pool parties that went down. There's a lot of cookouts going down today. Like I said, nobody's wearing masks and gloves or nothing. Everybody just doing what the fuck they want to do. And so I feel like this is it. I feel like this weekend was just like everybody's coming out party, man. Like, fuck it. We out here. We gonna do what we want to do. And it is what it is. So that's all I got for this Corona shit, man. If y'all seen some shit or saw some shit, read some shit, y'all can feel free to let us know. But that's
I sent another thing in the group. That happened in Baltimore, how you know how some parts of Maryland opened up. And it's a business in Baltimore that their employees don't want to come back because they make more from the unemployment than they do working. So they're not showing up to work. And this business owner cannot get his employees to come to work.
Fucking hire new people. Fuck.
Yeah, like I said, shit. And then
but is that I'm like, if they opened up, how are they still going to get unemployment?
See, that's the thing. You have to fire them. Open. You have to fire them. And the only way that you're going to be able to do that, well, you can do that legally. If you open back up and they're on the clock and they don't show up and that's a violation code for your protocol for work, cut their ass. It's as simple as that.
But see, that's just like at the hospital. You can call out. Like, let's just say you get 6 call outs in a whole year. You could have called out 6 times during this COVID thing, and it does not go against you because of the COVID. They can't tell you how serious the situation is to you. If they did not free the whole state of Maryland and say, hey, everything is back open, you cannot make those people come back to work.
That's crazy.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be more expensive to hire new motherfuckers, but you got to do something. And that's messed up that they got to do that. You know what I'm saying? People want to look out for themselves. They're going to say, fuck work. If I can get more money sitting on my ass getting unemployment, then I'm going to do that. I mean, that's crazy.
Twerking my ass in D.C. at a party.
I mean, and some people don't want to risk it.
I get that.
It's not even just about the pay. It's like, you're not paying me enough to risk my life. Like, I'm just going to say, I have enough in unemployment to pay my bills. I'm not coming back for less than this to risk my life. It's not worth it.
Then quit.
Nah,
see, you can say nah. See
that? But why quit and file for unemployment? Well, you can't file for unemployment when you quit. So why quit when you can just sit there and get the unemployment?
Yeah.
And if they fire you, then you can still file for unemployment.
Yeah.
So you're going to get the money regardless.
That's tough. But they'll figure that out, I guess, one way or another. So they're going to find a loophole. Niggas ain't going to be able to get away with that shit for too much longer.
Well, Karen said her job, she said, I think my job will let you stay home if you're not willing to come to work, but it's without pay.
Like, okay, look, we ain't gonna fire you. If you want to stay home, you can stay home, but we're not paying your ass to stay home.
Because you have the hospital, you can stay home, but they're gonna use up all your PTO.
Yeah, that's not free.
Now, see, that's the thing. I wouldn't use up their PTO for it. I just wouldn't pay them. So you get to keep your PTO, you can take your day off, but you're just not getting paid. They still want
people to get paid.
No, I'm just saying, if they have unemployment, I'm talking about in her case, if you don't have unemployment, you have a choice to stay home or not, then you can stay home if you want. You're just not getting paid. Yeah. But in her case, she's not saying that people are on unemployment and doing this. Like, you have the choice to stay home, you just don't get paid for it. So they probably didn't file for unemployment yet, but they just have the option to stay home if they want to. But if that was me and I was running that motherfucker, I would do the same thing. I'll allow you to stay home, but you're just not getting paid for it. I won't use your PTO though. I won't say you're not gonna get paid and use your PTO. Like, it's crazy. But I don't know, man. We'll see how this continues to unfold. But I feel like everybody is over the shits now, and they came on out. So Now we about to get some real stories. It's gonna be a good scoop by next show. Watch, or the
Yeah,
next 2 weeks.
DC going to extend their
Some dumb
their
shit
free
gonna happen.
opening.
Just watch. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. All right. So to finish off, or start off where we finished off last episode, King gave us a question along the lines of, what did your parents do raising you that you don't want to continue to do as you are a parent raising your kids? So like, what is it, some type of tradition or some type of thing that your parents did to you when you were coming up that you feel like, you know what, I'm not doing that shit to my kids?
I knew exactly what I wanted to say when I saw that.
You got it? You can
Well,
start.
the floor is yours.
That credit matters.
Oh,
like
yeah.
growing up, I wasn't taught that. I was like, it was taught like, well, if you can't pay, it don't matter. It goes straight to collections. Like, it's fine. You know, granted, my parents are older, so that they weren't taught that was important and stuff like that. Like, that's a big thing for you to make sure your credit's good and make sure you pay everything off and stuff like that. So it wasn't until I got older and I saw it for myself, and I was like, wait, credit does matter, Mom.
Credit matter like a motherfucker.
So it wasn't until I got like 30 that I started working on it and make sure that I got everything back in the right spot. And I enrolled my daughter into her financial literacy class in high school, because I'm like, look, you got to know this early. This is important. You're not gonna be like me. And right now we figuring it out together. But you know, whatever you learn, bring it home. Let me know what she.
Yeah.
No bullshit.
Yeah, because that's one thing that I always wish they taught in school, man. Some type of financial literacy classes, or something on loans, something on credit, something on just all the things that really matter to us as adults that we had no idea, no clue about. And that's kind of messed up. They just throw you to the wolves. You know what I'm saying? We don't get those memos, especially in our black schools. We definitely didn't get that shit. So,
because ever since I graduated high school, I ain't never have to use or know why Christopher Columbus discovered America.
no bullshit.
I ain't have to use that shit yet. And I know that shit like the back of my hand. But
right.
Shit that I'm supposed to know, I don't know.
What was it, like the Pinta, the Mina, and the Santa Maria or some shit? Like, why do I know these boats?
Boston Tea Party and all this old wild shit. Like, come on.
Why do I know this game? Like,
I ain't never have to use that shit for nothing. I didn't have to use.
Why do I know their history?
Nothing. To file for unemployment, I ain't have to use none of that shit for nothing.
Nope. That's crazy. One thing that I did notice growing up when I was a kid that I actually did start doing as a parent, is actually something that I learned from my mother and my father. My father was the type of person that promised shit a lot as a kid. He'd be like, oh, I got you, man. I promise. I got you. He'll just say it like kind of in conversation. And me being young, not really knowing how big promises was, I just felt like it was just a word back then. But then the more that you get older, the more that you realize that promises are a big deal, and how many of them bitches he broke. Like, it's like, God damn. So, but one thing that my mother taught me is something that I do with my kids now that definitely different from the way my dad was when he was around. I don't promise my kids anything. I don't promise people anything. Like, one thing I do is I'll say I'll try my best. I'll try my best for whatever it is. Can you give me this? Can you give me that? I'll try my best. I would never say that I promise, because anything can happen. And one thing that I always want to try to have is my word when it comes to people that I know, my kids, my family, whatever. So I want you to be like, you know what? If he say he's going to do it, he's going to do it. And if he don't do it, he tried his best to get it done. But I'm not going to promise you something, then break that shit. And if I do promise you something, I'm going to try on my life to make sure it gets done. Like, I really, that's big for me. So keeping your word. So yeah, I don't promise my kids anything. I always say, I'll see what I can do. I'll try my best. That's it. I don't promise them nothing, because they will definitely throw that shit right back in your face. So please, if you in the comments, do not promise your kids a thing. Just tell them that you will try your best. And because they'll definitely throw that shit back at
you. And me answering this question, I can honestly say nothing. I was fine with the way, from the ass whoopings to everything. I'm still able, and I still do it to my kids the same. I think I grew up pretty good. And so I feel like, shit, it ain't nothing that they did to me that I don't continue to do to my kids. Because shit, I feel like without it, I feel like they can be like anybody else out here that just have no home training and shit get a little rough. So I try not to, I don't want that to rub off on my kids. So I try to stay on them just like how my mother stayed on me. And I say my mother because she was there the majority of it. Yes, I had a stepfather and I did have a father. And they both played a part in my life as well, but they treated me just the same way as my mother, I guess. So, yeah, I'm going to say nothing.
Nothing at all. That's different. But I get it, though. I get exactly why. When you feel like those morals fit you and it worked for you and you feel like you came out to be a really good person, man, I'm rolling.
He's what we call black privilege.
Black privilege.
Black privilege. Just fuck with you, Joe. Fuck with you. He was one of those privileged people who had a perfect family. Oh
hell no!
I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, I'm about to say it wasn't nowhere close to perfect.
Sound perfect to me right now. Now, as for me, like one thing, I want to just touch on it, not to answer the question, but to touch on it. This is how you know me and this nigga is family. Because I do the same thing. Like, if I make you a promise, yeah, I'm going to keep that shit. Because I'm not promising you shit. Not a goddamn thing unless I know I can keep that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Or even if I feel like I can't or don't want to keep it, I'm going to try my best. I think I made 3 promises. One I kind of fell off on, and that made me never fuck up a promise again. And the other 2, yeah, I stuck to it, even though I did not like it. You know, you make a promise to somebody, but not knowing how it was gonna bite you in that.
This one's gonna hurt, but yeah.
I promised you, but I will say like the second promise I ever made, like it actually made me a better person.
Okay.
So, and it made me like get over certain shit. It made me realize how strong I was and how to heal and get over certain shit. Cause I made that promise is the worst. And the next promise is something simple. You can make a simple promise that I'm gonna keep that. Oh, fuck, that's easy.
Okay.
But the thing of my parents and me, my parents is cool. I think I had young parents, and I would say both my parents did the best to their ability or their knowledge or how they felt it should be done. That's what most parents might have done. Stuff we know are some fucked up ones, but mine, thought that, what they thought was good whatsoever. Me as an adult looking back, if you ever like do psychology or whatsoever, once you learn people and you see, like, you learn people, so you end up learning yourself. You look back and be like, damn, they kind of fucked up in these areas. Damn, this is why I'm like this. Fuck. I would say I'm gonna go to the love languages, which I learned later in life, and I think you have to exhibit to your child. I think for me, the love I needed wasn't there as a child, so it hinders me when I'm an adult, as in when it comes to relationship or people or whatsoever. I do show unconditional love to my son, regardless now. Like, I tell him I love him all the time. I've gotten that so often from my mother, but of course, her being a mother trying to raise a strong man, came at me a certain way, and then
To toughen you up.
To toughen me up, which she did a great job. But then my father, being the tough asshole old school guy that he is, it was like, to me, there was no
tenderness.
No, so I barely have that shit at all.
Yeah, tough love all the way around.
Yeah, tough. Like, we got that kind of tough shit all the way around. So as you get older, they looking at you like, "Hey, son, we love you." I'm looking at them like, "Okay, yeah, all right, love you too." But what are we supposed to do now? Hug or some shit?
Right.
What are we supposed to do now? Like, I don't know. Like, it's some shit is foreign to me. because
Yeah.
it's something that's not there. So it's kind of hard. So when people sometimes looks at me for it or look for me to do certain shit, and I'll be sitting there like, what? I'm supposed to feel a certain way? Why? Like, you know how like some people say like, oh yeah, this kid's, you know, back in the day, kids grow to do this, do that. Men don't cry, men don't do that. We do this and do that at work and all that stuff. Like, I think I was probably one of those kids like, okay, we don't do this, we don't do that. All right, we work hard, do this, no crying, no all that other good shit. Like, I'm sorry, I'm one of those type of kids that sit there like, okay, you don't show emotion, you don't cry, you don't do this. Like, oh.
So basically, you're not going to be the one to show like tough love all the time, like to your kids. Try to.
Oh no, I will show tough love.
Oh, okay.
But the emotional fix that I got, like to that emotional shit, I didn't receive. So it's kind of hard for me to do with anybody. But my son, no, off the break, he gets it. I'll show him tough love. I'll show him whatever he feel like he needs. Sometimes he just comes and hugs me, and I'll be like, I'm gonna give. Oh, you want to hug my nigga? Come on, I love you.
Yeah.
Like you can't say my parents, and they would never say like I did that to them because it was just like it's just foreign. Because if I wasn't getting it from them, it's just weird. If y'all can comprehend that shit.
Yeah,
I feel you on that.
And me, like I try to
Right.
give my son all the love that I think he needs. So I'm trying to learn his language, what he perceives as being love, and I think I'm doing a good job because whenever he comes to me, son, he sometimes I don't even have to tell him. He just comes to me and say, "Dad, I love you," and I'm like, "Oh, I love you too." Like, but me and my father, definitely my father, he was be the type to tell me like, you know, I don't tell you I love you that much because you know my father never told me. I'm saying like,
well, maybe
that
this
got
is
to do with me and you.
and maybe one day we can talk about it, but about whether or not that plays a part in the relationships that you have with women, and if they knew that this was your background, would
You
they
know
have
what? For me,
patience
it definitely
to
plays
understand
a part. This is true. That's what I'm saying. Like I've noticed things that fuck me up, but it's something
it?
it's
Right.
just me. It is normal. I can't change. So
But I want to know
that's
if
why y'all
women.
niggas and me is hard.
I want to know if women, maybe that can be an ending question or something like that. We could talk about it another time. If women or men, if you know something that affected somebody to where they're a little difficult with giving you what you need in a relationship, and you get a backstory like Marcus has, would you have more patience with them to try to figure out if you can work through that? Would you accept it?
Don't.
Yeah,
That sounds like a
don't
good
even
question.
sound like some shit. I mean, and maybe if you worded better, I don't understand none of that shit.
Like if you had a girl that had an issue, be like, hey,
You just said we'll talk about it another time.
okay.
We'll make that the ending question because I like that question.
Think
and
of a better way till it gets.
Before we go to the next topic, I'm gonna throw my mama under the bus real quick because I did throw my dad under the bus. I like equal opportunity around here.
I like equal opportunity around here.
What I wouldn't do that my mom did about my dad is like talk shit about the other parent. That's one thing that I won't do to my kids. Like I won't talk to my kids bad about their mama and shit like that. Like that was crazy. I remember back in the day, my mom and them used to dog my dad. Like, and at the time, it was true. They meant every word, and they had the right, but not like around the kids and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember as a kid, I didn't believe it because I had a different relationship with my dad at the time. I thought my dad was a G. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, they lying like shit. Like my dad like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I used to think. They didn't talk they shit. I ain't care shit. That was my man. You know what I'm saying? Until I got older and realized how fucked up he was. I'm like,
bruh,
oh, that didn't make sense.
And that's the most disappointing shit when you get older and you realize this shit true. I finally see it.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Damn, like my mother did the same thing, but she said she got to a point where I think I mentioned the last show. She got to a point where she was like, you know what? I'm gonna let him see for himself one day. And I seen that shit was like, that shit she was so God damn it. Thought it wasn't gonna be true.
I'm not ever gonna talk bad about the mother of my children. That's not gonna happen. Like that's something that's happened to me as a kid I would not put on my kids at all. But all right, now let's get both of my parents from under the buses and let's move on to these wild ass
Thank
topics.
Thank you.
This is a quick one, but it's funny because I feel like there's some dialogue to this. The quick question form of this would be, do you prefer to have the lights on or off during sex, right? But the reason why I'm asking this is because I feel like when you were younger, like this shit really mattered.
Lights had to be on.
Let me all right. My preference, I don't give a shit if they're on or off. But I will say, I remember when I was young and coming up, nigga, like setting the mood was real. I remember like having to have music playing. I used to have fucking red light bulbs, yellow light bulbs, all types of like just goofy shit.
So you had red light specials, yellow light specials. You had to be special to have that green light bulb in there.
I thought that shit was fly, and I thought that's how you had to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I remember that as a kid growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different when you have kids and the kids are in the house and you gotta do certain things certain ways. So it changes a lot. But I do remember growing up, man, like that was a big deal. Like lighting and the music and all that shit was real. But I don't prefer either one. I'm with either. But that's funny shit.
You know when D'Angelo stopped changing the light bulb?
Hey.
When he plugged in that black light and all of his stains that he didn't shot up in the room started.
Hey.
When all his shots started showing up when he got that black light on, he said, you know what, that's it for these motherfucking lights.
Hey,
You be looking at the ceiling like, nigga, how the fuck you get up there?
Get up there.
We made these things together.
We be like, well, I am like 6'4".
Hey.
I ain't gonna lie.
I hate them saying that time up too. I ain't gonna hold y'all.
I used to have a thing for Christmas lights.
See, they ain't no different. It's the same shit.
The all white Christmas lights, I would keep the lights off in my room and just plug up the Christmas lights all around the ceiling. And the lights.
That's pretty dope. That is pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie. That is pretty dope.
The lights
you know what?
that the Christmas lights give to your room, it's not too much and it's not, you know what I'm saying, like it's just right for the perfect mood. That shit like candlelight.
But did you play Christmas carols? Did you do like Rudolph the
No.
Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
Yeah, you know.
Nah, I ain't had no motherfucking Christmas carols. But me personally, to answer the question, I prefer the lights on. Now,
lights on.
You know, now that I'm grown, I like to see shit.
Yeah.
You know, when you, well, I'm in a relationship now, but you know, when you were single, it's a whole lot of shit. Just like the post that we had on our LiveVibez page, with you got the for the women, they got the best dick of their life, and then they look over and saw the drawers, and they had all that shit stains in the drawers.
Oh yeah.
That's the type of shit that you got to keep the lights on for now. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be fucking in the dark no more. You got to literally sit there. That's why I like taking their drawers off, because I want to know when I pull it on, that panty line or whatever need to fall right off with the drawers. The moment I pull them drawers off and gotta peel that motherfucking panty line off, I'm gonna slide them drawers right the fuck on back
this
up, and you got to
James
go.
is a different breed, my nigga.
So I gotta see the motherfucking drawers, man. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that light on. Now if she come over there with no drawers, then I'm just, you know, I'm gonna have to wait for the booth smell if it's a smell on it.
Oh no!
But if not,
James got a science to everything.
Everything is for a reason. You know, back in the day when you was gonna fuck, you was damn near in love anyway. It meant love damn near went back in the day when you was finally getting that wood wet. So you wanted the lights off. And I don't know why we wanted the lights off, because we was fucking with our eyes closed anyway. It's a whole different.
Wait! You fucking with your eyes closed?
Yeah, man,
This nigga was fucking with his eyes closed.
I was into it. Man, I was into it.
Fucking with his eyes closed.
I ain't never in my fucking life fucked with my eyes closed. Are you kidding me?
I had sometimes that first slide in will fuck you up. You slide in and you like, oh shit. I ain't gonna be in here long. You got to focus, man. You got to take your mind somewhere else.
Funny shit.
But other than that,
And a couple Frank said glow in the dark stars on the ceiling. Bro, I was
had
that
the-
guy. I'm not even
Man,
gonna hold you.
what?
I
had some
definitely had the
too.
glow in the dark stars on my ceiling, yeah.
But yeah, man. Other than that, yeah, keep the lights on.
Oh man, that's funny.
I don't have
Shit.
a preference, but I did have I had the black light. I had the colorful light bulbs. I had the Christmas lights. I had real candles because I always been a candle lover. Like, it don't matter. Lights on, lights off, it doesn't matter. But you're right. Back in the day, I agree. You did want the lights off, but having a little bit of light was cool.
Oh man, King, lights on, lights off, man. What you doing, man? What's the preference?
Me, for real, it's gonna be lights off. Lights totally off. Like if I'm fucking you with the lights on, that means we didn't like me. I'm levels to this shit. It's levels.
Go ahead.
Nah, not love. Just a comfortable. You know, I'm comfortable with you if the lights are on. Cause it goes from off or candlelit. Like I like the whole Christmas lights joint. That's dope. But I would use just candles because they perfect. And then if you light them at night, by the time the morning comes, them bitches turn right. It'd be time for them to go the fuck out anyway, especially the tea candles. Right the fuck off. But if I'm fucking you like with lights on, that means I'm comfortable with you on a whole nother level, which that barely happens. So I'm gonna go with lights off and lights on when we at a certain level. Shit.
All right, ladies and older women and grandmamas and whoever ends up in King's bed, understand that if those lights are off, you got some work to do. If those lights are on, you are in a good space and keep doing what you're doing. That's how we're gonna do it.
If I want the lights on, that means you then on a whole nother level and like,
Whole nother
okay,
level.
we got the lights on. I feel comfortable with your ass. Like, hey.
So you mean to tell me you ain't never been like sitting there chilling with a chick and y'all get to going? You mean to tell me you will stop just to go cut the lights off?
Half the time when it's about to get to going, the lights are already off or dim or some shit. Ain't like this is fucking lights totally on, or they'll be like, "Hey, go turn the lights off right quick."
Oh, so they with the shit too, so it don't even matter if
They be
cut
like,
the
"Hit to
lights
turn the lights off." So I'm like, okay.
Only people I know normally do that was the ones I always had that had like stretch marks or something that they wasn't comfortable with. So I made them feel comfortable with that shit off the break, girl. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. So you gotta let them know up front, because a lot of times when you make them feel comfortable about the skin that they in, shit, they rather have the lights on. They want to see what they doing to your ass. They want to see your face. They want to see a lot of shit when they putting in that work. And then guess what? They fuck you better when they keep that lights on. Because
that's the thing. If you can get a woman that comfortable with you,
she gonna be all flat out.
That's the limit. Like when you get a woman comfortable, you can almost do anything.
Hey, look at this, man.
Oh man.
Almost anything. Let's go open that chest, bitch.
Oh yeah, you got that chest. All right, so now with this situation, I'm all right. Let's stay along the lines of like the lights could be on or off, whatever we prefer. Let's keep it moving, right? Do y'all feel that fuck buddies last longer than relationships?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
In my life, yes.
That's 4 yeses. I have to agree. Yeah, I feel like in a fuck buddy situation, you already know exactly what it is, and you keep a lot of the emotions in it away from your fuckable situation. So there's a lot of, there's not no room for any of the bullshit to fuck it up. Y'all know exactly what y'all there for. Y'all handle y'all business, and it is what it is. Y'all keep that relationship. That relationship can go on for as long as you want it to. It's only a real relationship where a lot of things have to play a part, and that's where there could be a lot of bumping heads, a lot of miscommunications, a lot of being on different pages, and you got the the emotions, you got the time being spent, you got the it's way too much to try to balance on top of having a sex life with that relationship. And it's way more ways that relationships can end versus, you know what I'm saying, being fuck buddies with somebody. Shit, the only time you can probably end a fuck buddy situation is if you end up getting in a relationship with somebody else. So if
Pretty
that ain't on
much.
the table, then shit, y'all go fuck forever. But when you in a relationship, yeah, it's a whole nother ball game. So I definitely agree. I think being fuck buddies can last way longer than relationships, and they do. They definitely do.
Yeah, fuck buddy relationships end when somebody gets in a relationship or one of the fuck buddies catch feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, this was so much fun, but now we gotta end it because you're catching feelings. You know when they start catching feelings because they start complaining about certain stuff, they start asking for a little more. But I agree to stay on topic that fuck buddies last longer than most relationships because fuck buddies come and go. Like, I mean, not a lot of them. I mean, like the same one. The same one can come back you have that connection, they can come back anytime. It's not something that that kind of goes away. I think everybody has a past fuck buddy that is be like, you know what? Let me give this person a call. Like it's just like that, in my opinion.
The piggyback off that, another way that they can end is if you find a better fuck buddy. Because y'all not obligated to each other. And if one of y'all end up fucking somebody else that gives you something that your fuck buddy ain't giving you, listen.
That is true.
Sorry, we that department about to close, man. We doing some rehiring. We going in another direction. All that shit gonna happen. Shit.
Frank said, or they have too many other fuck
Yeah,
buddies.
same. That's pretty much like what he's saying.
Yeah.
Because your shit, your little shit that you got going on, you'll catch yourself fucking that person less and less.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That time you start becoming unavailable. Y'all used to have this thing.
I don't think that's what he meant to. I think he mean like you find out that they have a lot of more other fuck buddies that you just
why should that matter?
Nobody wants to do
that. Means
Frank
is that probably that one that catch the feeling and motherfucker got to go. Because I don't give a fuck what else you got going on. As long as I get what the fuck I need when it's my time, then yeah.
But see, that's the thing. I get that. See, that's why like certain situations don't. Yeah, some people care. I would give a fuck. I would want to be the only fuck buddy you fucking. That's just me. Nigga, if you got a schedule from Monday through Friday, nigga, put my name down Monday through Friday. Don't put me down Monday and you got another nigga Wednesday and Thursday and then call me on Friday. Nah, nigga, call me when you need me. If you need me 3 times a week, nigga, put my name down 3 times a week. It's just as simple as that. It ain't. I don't.
That's not really realistic in most cases.
I mean, because
that's when you're dating.
I'm just saying, yeah, like
fuck buddies.
But that's the fuck buddies. At least in the situations that I remember being in, fuck buddies to me is the look. When I need some, nigga, I'm calling you. When you need some, you call me, and that's just what it was. Like, it wasn't I'm fucking a bunch of motherfuckers. You just one of them that I'm fucking this week. Like, it wasn't, I wasn't with all that. Like,
I agree. Mine started like this. Mine started like that until the time that I wanted that motherfucker wasn't available. And that's when the next one came in play.
Yeah.
And then when that one not available, that's when the next one came in.
Somebody got to come work this ship.
All right.
And they start calling
the
up.
ship. The job got to get done. Now, if you can't clock in, and I understand, you might got kids. And back then, I was a dog anyway. So, I was only messing with people that was in relationships anyway. So, when your man had you, I had to find somebody else. And that's why I guess I didn't get, that's why I didn't get, the same shit that when Frank was saying that, I don't want you if you got many other ones. I knew for a fact that mine had somebody else. So, it just all depends on how you played your cards, man. And, that's what it was.
That's crazy.
King, you been quiet this whole goddamn time.
Yeah, because you fucking heathen.
I knew he was gonna call us heathens. I knew it.
Fucking heathens.
He about to turn on the love doctor.
God damn it!
See, look, Joe. See, look, Joe. Look, he's sitting up. See, look, Joe.
Look, Joe.
Let me tell you, Joe.
Look, Joe. Look at this motherfucker right here.
Joe.
Fucking people in relationships, y'all like. You the reason why I'm single now, you motherfucker.
But I mean, they was only in a relationship. Somebody wasn't coming through. That's why I was there.
Or they just greedy as fuck. But
So you feel like that? Oh, go ahead, King.
Oh, see, me. I and some of my other cousins believe that I have been cursed somewhere along the line from an ex that put a hex on my motherfucking ass. So for me, fuck buddies, situationships, everything before a relationship happens can last longer for me than a relationship. Because it almost seems like, if for me, once I really start digging you or feeling you, that's when that shit just goes completely to shit. So I will have to answer the question, yes, to me, yeah. Fuck buddies, situationships last way longer than a fucking actual relationship.
So you was on the opposite end of when motherfuckers started catching feelings, and they be like, well, it was fun, but gotta go. That means your dick was good for the fuck, but they ain't trying to be stuck with you for the rest of their life.
You sound about right. You sound about right. Like if something good, they always say like, it's just something like I don't want to be like for the rest of my life. Nah. And then I've even had like one like a ex actually became one of those almost dedicated fuck buddies, like, but until she got a man, but it was like, whatever.
Yeah, that happens. Those
Yeah,
are
like, literally,
usually the ones that become fuck buddies, the exes.
Yeah, literally, yeah. It was she hit me when she wanted some, or I hit her like, yo, hey big. I would get the hey big head, or I'll hit her like, hey yo, what you doing? And we kind of just automatically knew what it was. But now, I mean, we getting older. She done found somebody, which I respect. I ain't fucking with it. Like, you do you. I want the best for you. But you know.
That ex thing that she just said is mainly women. Women mainly go back to fuck their ex because women do not like.
Listen, they gotta be men too. So who are they?
I'm just saying, women are more comfortable going to fuck their ex before going to get that pussy up just to the next nigga until.
No. I mean, I don't mind doing that shit either. I feel comfortable.
I understand that, but again, you're weird, as you would say. I'm just saying, a dude, and I know I'm speaking for most dudes, I don't want to go back to that ex when I can get this new shit. Women are
fuck
more
you, D'Angelo. Fuck you, D'Angelo. I seen that shit you posted. Goddamn heathen.
That's what it is. I just had to get.
Women are more comfortable fucking their ex because it's like, okay, I know this is good. I know I won't be disappointed. You know, this is just that. Now the dudes is like, man, I can fuck her, but I already know what I'm getting. So I'm gonna try this new shit.
But that's not always the case.
I didn't say that's always the case. I said mostly. And I guarantee you, if you ask any nigga that's watching this podcast right now that says he would rather go to his ex than to find out this new one, it's only a couple of them that's gonna say that because they.
Let's drop it in the comments. Let's see what you think in the comments.
I can't see the comments, but.
No, I was telling the people to put it in the comments.
Because I
feel like you have a point that women go back to their exes because they don't want to just drop another body. That's what they're comfortable with. That's what they're familiar with or whatever. And some women, most women are like that. But again, you know that women always have a lot of men on their line for the most part. So it's not like they have to just go to their exes.
I did not say they had to. I said they prefer.
I'm just saying something else. I'm not combating what you said. I'm just saying another side of it. Another side of it will be that she got her ex as a fuck buddy until the other person she's talking to is comfortable enough to go to that next level, and then she'll
give him
stop
that
fucking
pussy.
the ex because she's like, okay, now I done got, I stepped my foot in the pond a little bit, got my feet wet. I can go ahead and fuck this guy that's been on my line for a minute and leave the ex alone. That's usually.
Yeah. Y'all just using something till the new dick is ready, and then when the new dick ready, then you move on.
I can see
But
that.
for me, you better get to the new dick because I don't want it.
But see, I can see how, even looking at it from a man's perspective, I can see the difference in why women would go back and why men would go forward. I feel like most men are rather just try some new shit versus going back to somebody old. And women are definitely go to what they know and know where they can get some good dick from versus, filling out a whole nother nigga. Like you said, add another body, X, Y, and Z. It's a lot more psychological going to a new guy for a girl, to me. This is just my personal opinion, than it is for a guy. I think a guy would definitely be like, I've been there, done that, I'm trying to get some new shit, type of thing. I mean,
that's why you got them. Go ahead.
Yeah, not to say their pussy's bad or anything, or any of the exes' pussy's bad. It's just, it's something about getting another one for a guy versus a woman. I think women ain't running out the door to go get another dick under their belt. You know what I'm saying? So I can see how.
And sometimes they do go get that other dick and they fuck it and it ain't no good. And you know how some women say, well, I ain't enjoyed it, so that one don't count. And I know y'all have heard a woman say, oh, that one didn't count because it was some trash.
Hell yeah, that one didn't count.
That's the one that went and tried that new dick instead of going back to the shit that she know was good. She went
and
to
then
the
she's
new
like,
dick.
you know what? See, that's why I should have went back to his ass.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, that's the line. Yep. And I know either you've heard one of your friends say it, or you've been the one that said, shit, I that one don't count. Fuck that. He only slid in, he bust real quick. It wasn't good. He struck.
I know a lot of people that say that.
Exactly. I know that because I've dealt with it.
And then you get that hey big head text. Like, what the fuck this bitch want? And if you just got some bad dick, nigga, you better strap up because it's going down.
But
oh man.
Anyway, go ahead. What's next?
All right, so this is kind of a piggyback. Do y'all feel like sex have landed y'all in a relationship?
Yes.
I ain't talking about no quality time. I ain't talking about this and the third. Has sex landed you in a relationship? Maybe y'all had sex early. Maybe y'all started to do things like, and it became a sexual relationship to the point where y'all became a couple, but it was really based off the fucking y'all was doing.
Nope. That's probably why my shit lasts for a while, but nope.
I've had one situation that went down like that. Totally regret it because I didn't know it was going there. I didn't know. I had no idea that's where it was going. I think she knew it was going there, but I didn't know it was going there. You know what I'm saying? So I felt bamboozled. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying that it happens often, but I do think a sexual relationship, a really good sexual relationship, can put your ass in some shit that you ain't supposed to be in.
Yeah,
because if it's
great, I can see how that happens, even though it hasn't happened to me. I can see how that happens because it's a lot of chemistry there. It's a lot of feelings and emotions start happening. Because when it's good, when it's that good, you are going to start spending more time with that person, and then everything else builds from that. So.
And you know what? I'm gonna throw myself under the bus real quick because I like fair play around here. So, I should have took the sign that I got. I got a sign from the girl the first time I fucked her, and she said, "What are we?" when we were done. I shouldn't have fucked her again. That was my issue. And when she asked me, I was just like, "Nigga, we the same friends we were when you got here." You know what I'm saying? And she was cool with that. And we fucked again. And then she asked me again. She was giving me signs like she was giving up the sex in hopes of a relationship. And I was ignoring that shit.
Well, it must have been so good that you ignored the signs because I don't know.
And you agreed to it. How many fucks were you in before you said, okay, we in a relationship?
It wasn't even like now when we got into the relationship part, it wasn't I guess we're a couple. No, it ain't go like that. It was, I think she kept playing like little games here and there to try to see where my head was at. You know what I'm saying? Like she'd like to do the role play shit, all this little goofy shit. And I was with it because like, you know, I'm open with a lot of shit. And somehow a relationship formed out of it. Do not ask me how it really went down because it wasn't like a legit, you know what I'm saying? But it was weird. She played a little games here and there, and then somehow it just formed into something. But of course, it didn't last. That shit lasted like a month, and it was just like, yeah, this shit ain't.
So was it one of the ones where y'all didn't literally say, okay, we ain't together, but you knew that you couldn't fuck nobody else, and she knew the same thing?
Yeah, it was like it was understood that this is what it was, but it came from the fucking. You know what I'm saying? So it was almost like a fuck buddy thing, but I knew like the way things changed after that. This was definitely a relationship. She started acting different, talking different.
So you gave her 100.
Huh?
You gave her 100.
He gave her 100.
I ain't gonna hold you. I gave her 100 the first round.
I know you did.
And
I know you did, because that's the way. That's how it happened.
Yeah, I should have caught the signs though. I fucked up.
Oh, so you got. Hold on, y'all, because you got Jimmy in the comments that said, fuck her, that was his bitch. She was like, and he fell in love, and she fell in love with his brother. Talking about
that
lady.
nigga, no, because that nigga telling 100% truth right now. And it wasn't,
his
wasn't
girl?
his bitch, though. Let's be clear. It
What
wasn't
did
his
I
bitch yet. Nah, look, let's do
You said
let's do story
Jimmy's girl?
time. Let's do story time. Let's do story time. Let's do story time.
Wait, it was? It was?
It was.
You fuck. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I'm listening to this story.
Go ahead, this story.
Now, this is, I forgot when the time was, so I'm trying to make this quick. This nigga called me on the phone on three-way out of nowhere, right? This is back when three-way was popular. Well, it was a long time ago.
And I'm going to say he knew exactly who it was.
Let him talk. Three-way was popular.
Like, yo, I got this girl in the line. Like, all right, cool. So he clicked over his three-way. He like, yo, this my brother. She's like, oh, hey, how you doing? Like, hey, what's up, blah, blah. We talked on the phone for less than 5 minutes. I got off because I'm like, I don't be no third wheel to this. Y'all do y'all thing, I'm gone. Got off the phone. This nigga was rapping to her. I'm not sure what he was saying to her, but he dipped off. He dipped off for the weekend and was fucking with another bitch. He went to like some college dorm and was fucking with some other joint. So he was gone the whole weekend. So when they called me on three-way, Shorty had my number, right? Because she called on her three-way. So she called me that Friday looking for him. Have you seen your brother? I said, no, I ain't seen him. She's like, all right, cool. Saturday come. Yo, you seen your brother? Nah, I ain't seen him. She's like, all right, cool. Boom. Yo, same thing Sunday. Your brother still ain't come back? You ain't heard from him? I'm like, nah. I'm like, I ain't heard from him all weekend. She's like, God damn. And I'm sitting there like playing Xbox on the phone. She said, what you doing? I'm like playing Xbox. And that's how it started. So we started like just having a little conversation. So Monday come, this nigga pops back up. I guess he done fucking with the bitch. He trying to get back on her line and shit, trying to do this and that. Slim came out of nowhere. Now she said, yo, your brother calling me. I said, oh shit, well, I ain't speak to him either. Go see what he want. Hit me later. Boom. So she finally get to him. Cool, I'm off of it. You found him? Dude, do y'all thing. This nigga called me and was like, I said, hello? He said, hey man, fuck man, you can have that bitch. I don't want her. I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? Click, he gets off the phone. I'm like, the fuck happened? She called me back. And I'm like, what happened? What was that? Whatever.
She
like,
said something.
Weekend, you finally got to talk to him. What happened? She's like, I told him the truth. I said, what the fuck is the truth? And she was like, I like his brother. I'm like, oh, here we go. Where the fuck did this come from? Mind you, we had one conversation.
Oh, because you stayed on the phone with her when you weren't supposed to.
No, I did not talk to her on Friday. I did not talk to her on Saturday.
When she called you, it don't matter. When she called you that one time, you should not have a conversation with her.
Saying,
that was not
how,
for
either
you.
way. If you're
now,
right or whatever.
Admit that wasn't for you, and that was your first wrong.
But the conversation didn't even go anywhere. We didn't even talk that long.
Nah, it sounded like you did.
I'm telling you.
No, I'm a vouch for D. For some reason, when younger ages, D had that glow. D could just have a few regular conversations with somebody, and they were just on it. They were on it.
Don't let them show that.
Nigga. Nigga, they like a lot of my exes, friends with D, not friends with me.
Dog, I did not.
Oh, Jimmy said, yeah, he was wrapping her up.
And he got that glow. He got that little glow.
And I was confused on why he was. But I was so confused on what he was so mad about, because like my thing was that I'm like, bro, I said I'm not trying to get your girl. Like I'm not talking to her. I didn't try to talk to her. She called me looking for you.
But he still fucked though.
No, but that was
he still fucked
Yes,
I don't want your girl, but I'm still going.
he into the whole situation with her.
Hey,
So
and
that was
this nigga said he didn't want her. You can have her, and that was that. She continued to
That's
call him.
right.
He was like,
hey, shit went down after that, man. Fuck, I don't want
Now I see what the crew be talking about.
after-
well, since he don't want you no more, what you doing?
Y'all crazy. Bro.
what you got on?
Y'all crazy.
So them cheeks up. How many times you fuck her?
I only fucked her. Yeah, I can count on one hand. It was only one hand. It was less than 5 though. It was less than 5, but it was on one hand. It wasn't
5 is on one hand, so I'm gonna go with
but it was less than 5. It wasn't.
So this is the same one that you got in a relationship with, though, right?
It was like a
Now,
weird
you telling me in a whole month, you said this shit lasted about a month. You didn't fuck her less than 5 times in a month?
I'm telling you, yes, less than 5 times. Slim was a little Haitian Joe. She had 2 jobs. Like Slim went around like that.
You gave her 100.
But no, this is what you know what.
Every time. He had to give her
every time.
But listen.
He
This
ate
is
it from the back, put his nose
This is the
in her
wild part in
butt.
that whole situation. Slim, like me, of course it wasn't gonna work out. Slim was too busy. We wasn't in love and no shit like that. It just wasn't gonna work. But
Jimmy said he only said that because she wanted you.
Bro, we was just fucking. It wasn't.
That nigga Frank said D's 5 is easily 20 plus.
Fuck you, Frank. Don't listen to this nigga, bro.
Easy, Frank. Easy.
But yeah, so that's one of the only people, like I said, that hate my guts and shit, right? So me and Slim stopped talking or whatever. We was like, yo, this ain't gonna work out, boom, boom, boom. Everything was done with, right? Slim stepped off and like I said, she was working 2 jobs and shit. She was doing this, doing that, whatever she was doing when she was doing it. So months go by. I'm talking to somebody else at this time, right? Me and this other person, we getting to talk and getting to, know each other, whatever. Boom. So Slim just pops back up and was like, hey, what's up? And I'm just like, oh shit, I ain't talked to you in a couple months. What's good? She's like, nothing much, man. Just been working my ass off and doing this and doing that. So, oh, that's what's up. And she was like, guess who got their own place? I'm like, word? You got your own spot? She's like, yep, just got my own
heard
spot.
this story.
See, yep. And she was
but
like,
I didn't know it was Jimmy joint.
Hey. And put the two together because that's the same girl. Yep. And then she was like, oh, yo, I got a car now too, because she used to come to my house. She used to ride the metro and shit. She's like, I got my car now. So I'm like, oh, word, that's what's up. Like, I'm giving her props, everything cool. So she tried to reel me in with it. She was like, yeah, I'm just looking for somebody to, you know what I'm saying, come stay in my house with me, use my car, take me to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, really trying to sell it. I'm just like, I said, nah.
I made you to a Jody?
Yeah.
She said she trying to get somebody to drive her to work and drive her car.
Yeah, she said she needs somebody.
She tried to Jody this nigga.
Somebody to come stay in her house.
Shit, that would have been longer than a month. If I ain't had no car, it would have been.
So now I was like, yeah, I'm talking to somebody right now. And she's like, you talking to somebody? And I'm like, yeah. And she went off, nigga. You must have been talking to her when you was talking to me. And I'm just like, was he talking for real? Like, and I said, I didn't even know something like that when I knew, oh, whatever, fuck you. She went off. That she hates my guts. So, and I knew people who still knew her after the fact. They be like, yeah, like you talk to DJ, fuck him. Like she hates me, bro. And I'm just like,
oh, damn, she was somebody that knew mutual friends too. Oh,
yeah, I mean, not
again,
like,
she was Jimmy's joint.
No. She ain't been longer than a month, Joe. More than 4 or 5 times, Joe.
Nah, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all.
I can honestly tell you. I don't know who.
I'm trying to tell you.
She ain't down.
Nah, y'all tripping.
We got next topic because now we diving deep into
See, look, now we doing
shit. He just stuck his finger in her butt and some more shit. He did some wild shit.
Oh,
I'm telling you, he was doing some wild shit to have her sprung like that. But yeah, go ahead to the next nasty man. Rated.
That's wild. But anyway, look, where we at? So no, that was gonna segue into another one. Where was we at? No, oh shit. This is the last one, you guys. And this one's a little wild. Because one of my homeboys put up a status today, and I told him I was gonna take this and put it as a topic today. And he said, what if a lesbian couple asks you to give them a baby? and sign over your rights as the parent, and they'll pay you. Would you do it? The comments that I saw again threw me through the roof. So I said, oh, I got to talk about this on the show. So before I deep dive into what I feel about it, I'm going to ask you guys, if a lesbian couple, King and Flatliner, asked you guys to give them a baby, you know what I'm saying, and sign over your rights as a parent and all that stuff, and they'll pay you money, would you do it?
Only under one circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to donate my sperm, and they would have to artificially inseminate. If
You
I
wouldn't sleep with her.
No, if I fuck her and have a baby, I'm going to feel like I need to be there for my child. I can't just fuck and know I got a child out there and I ain't got nothing to do with it. Damn.
But if you donate your sperm,
but that's a whole different. The sperm I gave is to the damn bank, and what they did with it, I ain't got nothing to do with that. But ain't no motherfucking way. I know if I fuck her, I'm taking care of the child. I'm not signing over nothing, and I want child support. But no, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it if I gotta fuck.
How this nigga want child support on the child he ain't taking care of?
Because I can't see my child. I want to see my son. Keep that. Yeah.
All right. That. I'm gonna tell you now. My answer is fuck no. I couldn't do neither. I couldn't fuck you and give you a baby. I couldn't give you my sperm and give you a baby. I couldn't be a sperm donor and give it to a bank and be comfortable with that. That's just, I'm not rolling with any of that shit. That's just me. Because like you said, I'm the same way. I'm always going to want to see my child, know what's going on with them. If they need anything, try to take care of them. It's no way in hell I'm going to just, you know what I'm saying? There's not a check big enough that you could write for me to write off a child. I can't do that. And even with the sperm bank shit, I can't do that either, because I feel like, you know, I've seen enough movies and documentaries based off a true story, nigga.
Yeah.
All of these motherfuckers end up doing is finding out the truth later and wanting to find out who their parent is when they become an adult. And that becomes a whole nother situation that I'm not ready for. So I'm just not even gonna put myself in that situation. To have somebody just randomly knock on my door and be like, hey, I'm your kid from the sperm bank from, you know what I'm saying, 20, 30 years ago. No, I'm not doing all that shit. If I have a child out here, I want to be a part of that child's life no matter what. And there's no check that you can write me to make that shit make sense to me. But that's me. I don't know how y'all feel about it. Some of y'all, because with the comments I saw, all them niggas was taking the check. It's like, shit, how much? Like, I'm just like, nigga. But I don't know. But that's everybody, they think about this shit differently.
On the other side of that, I don't, like, if it was a gay male couple and they wanted me to have a baby for them, right? I think that would be tough. I'm carrying it, like, that's a whole different beast when it comes to, like, the other side. It's different from being a surrogate. Like, I can be a surrogate all day, but to use my egg and that's my DNA, totally different. Like, I don't see me being able to do that. They're like, the child come out look exactly like me and I got to give it up. Like, I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah, I'm not rocking either. Shit, King looked distraught.
Now, I y'all had time.
I know what topics get this nigga going. Oh shit, King, what you got, man?
Fuck that Joe shit. Look, bruh. Oh no, look, bruh. Like, I had to think about this. Now, like, if this, my initial answer would be no.
Mm-hmm.
But it will be, because my initial answer would be no. Won't you just go adopt? Point blank period. Just go fucking adopt a child. Off the break. There's so many different kids out there who need a family, and why create one when you can just go adopt one and just raise that with so much love?
Because they want a child with their DNA.
Wait. No. No, I'm just saying my initial answer would be that.
Mhm.
Now to combat that, I would think about it. Like I would say, all right, you want me to, donate my. One, I would feel honored. Like you chose me out of so many people you probably know. I'm like, oh, me? Wow, of all people. But I'm like, if you know anything about me, like my motherfucker, you got me all the way fucked up. Like I have to be in the child life somehow. Like there has to me, I believe in balance. So if y'all don't want me to be the father or stand over my rights, y'all gonna have to at least let me be the godfather and have him come over, play with the kids, like have some type of real, not to be sexist or whatever, a real male role model in that child's life somehow. Because I'm gonna feel some type of way, like how y'all said, like that's my child at the end of the day. So I'm gonna want to have some type of input, if not really of, all right, sound on my rights. Yeah, I don't have rights, but I'm gonna have to be some type of influence to help that child. If it's not that, then I can't fuck with you. Like if I can't
I
see
agree
them,
with that.
So
like
you
no.
can do it if you're the godfather.
Yeah, if I'm the godfather and I'm seeing them all the time, they coming over playing with E, and because once they want to really know the truth, they can't say, "Oh, I was never in their life. I've
Mhm.
always been there for you to come talk to, but this situation with your parents, and I'm still helping you as much as I can. The money they give me, I'll probably take and just put it in the bank, a savings account for them to say, like, when they come over, look, yo, you want this, huh?
Oh,
Man, because really, it's not my money. Like, are you giving me to do this? But that ain't shit. Put it in the bank for them. It'll grow interest. And whenever they want something, if your parents can't get it, oh, you want that, huh? You got, take that. Like, basically, they just paid for it out of the shit they paid me. Fuck, common sense to me. But at the end of the day, like, no, I would have to do something like, yeah. Because at the end of the day, like, literally, like, even though I don't have no rights, that is your sibling, especially if it's a girl or a boy. They have to come over and play. Look, at the end of the day, I look at it as a big community. The community take care of the children in it. Point blank, period.
And they said, look, we like your sob story and all that bullshit, but sign over these rights and give us your sperm, sir, because we don't care on that.
And they don't want nothing to do with me, period. Find that nigga Leroy down the street and go get his DNA, bitch. like, no, I have to be some part. No, I'm not that type of dude. Not about to happen at all.
I feel you on that. Oh, man. Well, shit, we out of time and out of topics. This is a really, really good show. I need you, Amazin, to give us that ending question that you started.
I was about to say, don't even come to me because she said she had one.
Yeah,
I could have thought of one, but I was
though.
like, well, yeah, she did have a good one.
I gotta write it down. So
yeah, me too.
I didn't even think about how I wanted to word this.
Oh,
Listen.
How amazing are you, really?
Extremely.
No. My side, we ain't even talking to Mason. We talking to Pinky today. Go ahead, Pinky.
Okay. If you were dating someone and you had a complaint within your relationship about them, and you find out that it's connected to something in their past on how they were raised, could you try to work with them and see past it? Or would you decide that you can't deal with it and move on?
I got it now. I got it now.
All right, no answer.
Okay.
That shit, so.
I'm rolling with that. So everybody in the comments, first off, I want to thank y'all because y'all been fools. I've been sitting here laughing at y'all the whole time. I can see all that shit. Second off, remember this question and bring it next week when we come back. Well, actually, on Friday when we come back.
And then on top of that, when we get into the question of answering on that, the last in the question, answer it in the comments, please.
Yeah.
We love to see y'all comments.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Which might help us out, shit. But yeah, that's a good one. So I'm definitely gonna come up with something good for this and bring it back next week. Again, to everyone, happy Memorial's Day. Please be safe out here, y'all. Because it's back to normal for people. Maybe not all the places and all the businesses and stuff like that, but niggas don't care no more. They out. So just be sanitary, man. Wash your hands still. Please use sanitizer. Please keep a mask on you at all times. Please continue to love and support this LiveVibez podcast because we're going to keep doing this, man, because we love having fun with y'all. We love
Follow,
the
share,
wild energy
subscribe.
we get from y'all. Make sure y'all follow everything that we have, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, especially the YouTube. Subscribe, hit the bell, all the good stuff. Y'all know how it is. We coming up with something special for June, too. I can't talk too much about it just yet, but we got something special coming for y'all in June. So make sure y'all stay tuned to what's going on. If ain't nobody else got nothing to say, I'm going to let James.
I got something to say before I take us out.
Okay.
Oh, me too.
Now, like I said, on the on the live that I shot earlier today when I made my little Memorial Day sandwich, a buddy of mine, his name is Young Show, and he is promoting, he said, from now until forever, for people to put their guns down and pick their gloves up. He's basically saying, for people who just did not catch that, instead of going out shooting, killing, harming someone in that manner, put on the boxing gloves and settle it with the hand.
And go ahead.
And that is just about as simple as I can get it, because at the end of the day, yes, somebody might have lost, somebody might have won. You know, you both could feel like you won. Because guess what? Guess what happens when both of y'all feel like y'all won? It's squashed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And if you know you fought, gave it your best, that person fought, gave it their best, guess what? Y'all still get to go home to your kids if you have them. You know, it's just so much in life that you can continue to do by just settling it the old-fashioned way with your hands, man, instead of first thing you want to do is kill somebody. Because a lot of y'all ain't really about that life when it's time to go to jail. You fuck around and hurt somebody and go to jail, then you're going to realize, fuck, I could have settled this by just throwing them hands. Yeah. Put the guns down, pick the gloves up.
Oh, and I'm going to add another thing to that, putting guns down and gloves up. Please, for the love of God, do it on a surface that is soft. Don't do that shit. No, seriously, because I've seen like two videos when they did this shit on the street or concrete. If you like get a good hit and knock that nigga out and he hit his head on the concrete, he brain hemorrhage, he's dead. Look, please do it in a suitable area of either like on a field, or it's like the soft playground, or a boxing ring. Go to a boxing ring.
Wherever there's concrete, there's grass nearby, nigga.
Yeah, go to the grass and do it. At least, like, you knock a nigga out, he hit his head, it's on grass or something that's soft. Like, because you don't want to think this is going to be an innocent fight. You knock him out, he hit his head, then you still got a murder charge on you. Please, make sure the things around them, if they land or somebody at least catch them, or a soft area for them to land, because you know they probably, or get headgear for love of God, but still have that area on the ground is soft. Because I've seen like 2 videos already, and like they just boxing gloves, cuz went big, done. Seizure, hemorrhage, brains, cracked skull, done.
Crazy.
Go ahead, Amazin.
And follow me on IG, Cenithia Day, CENITHIADA. Thanks.
Hey, love that plug, man. Thank everybody for coming, watching, enjoying, laughing, man. See y'all on Friday. James, take us out.
Man, y'all already know what it is. Y'all be cool. Y'all be safe. Don't put your hands where you won't put your face.
Hey.
And we out.
We out.